Like our new Hey guys, just had a couple technical issues getting live. We were using the Wi-Fi at our office, which is not that great. So now we're live via LTE. We've got our team here, and they're all prepping different sections of the update for you. Now I see that there's nobody on here live right now, so I'm gonna have Nelson check and see if this feed is actually live right now. Oh, we got our first person. Okay, I think it is working. We're checking now. So we have one viewer. Hey, welcome. We're just getting set up. We're going to give people a few minutes to get online so they can ask questions. We want this thing to be interactive. So we're just going to give you guys a few minutes to join us. Hey, Oscar, welcome. Just getting set up here. Got 3 people now. Guys, a little tour of our office here in Silicon Valley, in the heart of San Francisco. So this is Kirk. Did you check the live stream now? See if it Yeah, looks good. Okay, it's looking good. I'm gonna give you guys a few more minutes to get a chance to join, and then we'll get started. Okay, 6 people, good. Let's try to hit 10 people and then we'll get started. Hey Tim, what up? Oh, sorry, I'm moving it a lot. I'm gonna put it down here. I'm just trying to figure out this new, the new features.
You need like a 360 movement 14 You need an iPhone stabilizer thing next time.
Some kind of iPhone stabilizer. You know, it's funny, I can't see the comments, like when I did it in a horizontal. How does it look when I do this?
It's still
Super delayed.
yeah, there's a lot of lag.
Okay, that sucks. I can't figure out how to see comments.
Well, I can keep this up and you look at them here.
Swipe left to reveal comments and reactions. Okay, cool. It's a little different from when you go live in portrait mode. Live video interrupted. God damn it.
Can we use someone else's phone? Or just on
Does anybody have AT&T?
I do have AT&T.
But I mean, we're live. That's good. We got 9 people already. So what you're gonna have to do is read back the questions to me, Nelson, because I'm not running a laptop to track comments. That's what we're doing, Tim. We'll do that for now. We'll figure it out. So, guys, we've been working really hard. We've had our heads down. We're working on the manufacturing, the packaging, some of the things that you guys probably don't care about, distribution, and our marketing plan for the rollout. We're planning on going to retail stores by the holidays, so these are things we're working on too. And definitely working on how to get these things into Europe so that you guys don't have to pay as much tax. We don't have the answer yet, but it's something we know you guys are concerned about, so it's something we're looking into. We don't want to do anything illegal, but if we can help you guys, we will. So the 4 things we're going to run through today are engineering, manufacturing, the app design, and then the packaging update. So since I have you guys live, why don't you guys tell us what you want to see first? So that's engineering, manufacturing, app, and then packaging. Hey Brian, what's up? Welcome. Daniel, what's up, man? Who else is here? Any thoughts, guys? Okay, we'll start with engineering. So I have here Nelson, our CTO, He's in charge of engineering, and he will give you an update on everything that's been happening.
Since the last update, we had the chance to go to a manufacturer. We were in Taiwan. They were working around 2 weeks with them. We were reviewing our what we call the A0 build, and we were verifying all the changes that we made to increase the Wi-Fi efficiency and make sure that everything is running as smoothly, good, and like running very good in the electronics and everything's set. We were able to get all the boards running, and everything seems to be moving forward. And from there, we decided to move and start tooling and making this. Before we had CNC components, now we're starting to make the tools and make the actual components that go into manufacturing.
So for the people wondering, are we on track? Are we on schedule? Yes.
On schedule with the
Good.
delivery.
With August.
And so since the trip to Taiwan, we've been working on something called the factory test tool. As the cameras have been built in the assembly line, we have a test software that you have to take every piece of the camera, scan it with a barcode, and it will input all the tracking number, the serial number, and everything. And it will go to a test station. So you scan it and test it, and then move on to the next station. Assemble, scan, test, assemble, scan, test. So we've been focusing very hard a lot on the developing this tool, making sure everything is tested. And we have 18 stations that take care of testing the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, testing the white balance and exposure, audio testing, gimbal test. The waterproof testing is done at the end after the whole camera is assembled. And in the line we also have image quality calibration test. That looks at the white balance as well as exposure. We also do pixel color correction. Every lens and sensor has like different pixels in there, and every one of them has different shading, and you need to make sure you balance them all, and the color is correct. And we also do lens shading correction. We look at every camera image and correct for the lens shading.
So this is important because usually with the cheaper cameras, you're not getting what's called 100% testing. They'll pull one camera out of every 10 or 100 and then test it. With our factory, we test 100% of the cameras. Every single camera will get waterproof tested. Every single camera will test the Wi-Fi signal strength. We'll test
all the image calibration, all the focus.
Image quality. We'll test for dead pixels. Every single camera. We'll uniquely calibrate each sensor for colors and for white balance, because not every sensor comes out exactly the same on the assembly line. So it's very important that we have 100% testing. We want to ensure quality, right? This is a premium product. So I think what we have here is...
And now we're moving into, with this new build that we expect to complete by beginning of May, we're moving into the FCC checks and all the EMI tests to make sure that we comply with all the laws about electromagnetic interference. And here are some pictures of the test setup.
Hey Jeff, welcome.
Here's some of the color tables where we look at different color lighting and make sure that the colors are correct. Every camera is tested for colors. And this is more into the mechanical test where we test for waterproof. This is a water jet testing.
So here we spray it with salt water.
Salt water, all those.
You know, we're doing a lot of testing, making sure that, you know, our design is fit for you guys and is durable. So we do accelerated testing. This is the machine that does drop testing. You can just imagine this machine tumbling and dropping the camera, you know, tens of thousands of times just to make sure it's durable.
Plate.
Vibration plate, and then in the back I think there's a thermal cycle unit which takes it to positive, like 120 degrees, and then below negative 40 degrees.
Yeah. So we're like really focusing on setting up all the tests and everything. And all these tests are going to be performed on the tool items, and Bruce is going to talk to you a little bit more about the tool items. These tests are not performed on the CNC units because they don't have the actual components and materials of the manufactured ones.
Can you check real quick if there's comments? I see there are comments coming in, but I can't really read them yet.
Okay. Let me look.
Are there any new comments? Nick, hey. Pierre, looks good. Can we get an update on the new sensor? Audio isn't great. Can you put the laptop closer to him? Oh, sorry, Daniel. I'll try to fix that for the next ones we're doing. So, update on the new sensor. Nelson, there isn't a new sensor. There's a new lens. Can you tell us about the new lens?
So the new lens is we changed the lens because the previous one was end of life. It wasn't going to be manufactured anymore. But a manufacturer, they focus on camera manufacturing. They found a very, very good lens that they recommended to us. And it turned out to be better resolution at 4K, where there's better details on all the edges of the image. So we're very happy with the new lens. It's still 150 degrees FOV. So it still features the same sections, and the center of the lens is also very smooth. Like, it's not distorted as a fisheye lens. So we're very happy with the new one.
So you're getting the same field of view of the GoPro without the fisheye look, which is something a lot of people wanted, especially the surfers and the snowboarders, because the fisheye made their waves look smaller. So that's something that now won't be a problem. Okay, let's see if there's any more comments. Nick, yes, we are on track. We said that a little bit earlier. We are on track for the August release. We're just giving you guys an update on what our current progress is, but yes, we are. No delay. So now I'm going to pass it over to Bruce. I'll just yeah, you stay there. I'll just keep moving.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just keep moving.
So since our last update, I've made several trips back and forth from both China and Taiwan. I've really been pushing for keeping the consistency throughout the tooling. All the tooling has been started for both the plastic and the die-casted components. One of the main features, or one of the main things that I've really been focused on is final finish and fitment. So these mean minor tweaks and adjustments to make sure that they're all within tolerance specs, even after they get anodized and finished.
So just a little background, guys. Bruce is also one of the co-founders, and he is a product designer, but now has taken the role as the lead of manufacturing. So the factory takes their time to send Bruce some components and samples so he can make sure they're to spec. So we just got these samples, and Bruce is saying they're looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, so I mean, we still have to do our fitment test because we literally just got them about a half an hour ago. You know, one of the hard parts about making some of these components is that you get several parting lines for where the tools and everything get stamped in. So it's really going in there to try to be creative on how to structure the tool in order to make sure that all the surfaces that are visible outside of the camera are as designed. And then also the fitment, because some of our parts are very, very complex and they require some really complex tools. So I had to go around to several manufacturers, several suppliers, and really source really, really high quality components and suppliers. So far it's really paid off. We've really been pushing them really, really hard to meet our really aggressive timelines, but so far they've really been able to come through.
Can you show us a few of these parts?
Yeah, so right now, like one of the components, so we've had to do a lot of simulations, and this was one of them. So this is the battery door. This holds our encoder and some rings that will connect the motor to the camera. And originally this was supposed to be out of ABS, but after doing several simulations under extreme conditions, when opening the door, it would cause it to bend slightly.
So we switched from plastic ABS to zinc metal.
We tried aluminum, but zinc ended up being a better fit just because of cost and complexity. We were able to get the surface finish that we needed to then paint the door the color that we would like.
So this is the good thing of doing all the testing we're doing. We're finding the weak parts of the components. We're changing material design and also the material itself. Yeah. Okay, great. So these are a few other components.
Yep. We still have a few more that we're waiting to come in, especially on the motor. But so far everything's looking really good. We did our rubber samples in this week. So we're going to make our final selection on the camera body and the motor body, and then hopefully have everything moving forward.
Excellent. Thanks for the update, Bruce. We're going to take a quick pause and go through a few questions, and then we'll move on to the next topic. So, okay, let me read a few of these questions. Are we on track for August release? We are. Not sure if it was mentioned, but dust, sand testing, gimbal gap, expectation equivalent rating. Not sure you were going for this one, IP68. So we are going for IP68?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, yeah, Bruce is telling me we're going for IP68. That's 10 meters underwater, and then dust. I don't know what the measurement for dust is, but as you guys saw, 50 micron dust? Okay. Okay, fantastic. So yes, we are thinking about dust as well as water. And as you saw, our factory has a lot of machines where we can do what's called accelerated testing. That means the machine's able to, really stress the camera and simulate how it's going to perform over, let's say, 2 years in just a matter of days.
I've also done one other adjustment on the motor design. I made a strategic lip inside of the motor that is less than the gap between the magnets and the stator body. So if dust does try to get in, it will get pushed down through the bottom instead of going in between. Even if it does make its way inside, the dust particles and dirt particles will be so small that it will not hang up the motor or work itself out still. Perfect.
That's such a great question, Julian. Thanks for asking. Nick, whoop. Yep, whoop indeed. Pierre, how's the battery life? Any improvements? The main improvement is that we finally found somebody to make this thing. So that's the improvement. The battery is already being, certified. You have to first certify the cell, then certify the pack, and then we start testing. So as of yet, no battery improvements. The improvement is that there is a battery. So that's what we have for you guys. What heart rate sensors have you qualified, if any? So far, we've worked with a Polar heart rate chest strap and the Polar watch. There's no reason why we can't add support for every single one there is. It's just a matter of, do they have an API, or are we going to have to hack this thing like we did the Polar watch? So we literally reverse engineered the Bluetooth protocol to be able to get the heart reading. If you guys are really interested in this feature, it's something we can put our energy behind. So, okay, Daniel, can you tell us if any requirements you'll have around the speed of the media? I use a Lexar 1800X 64 gigabyte card with my Hero 5 Black. What will the Revel need? So one thing you should note is that we use the same chipset as the Hero 5 Black. We use the Umbrella A9. So, all of our requirements and specs are really dictated by this chip as far as...
Class 10.
Okay, so here I'm going to pass it to Nelson.
So we need a Class 10 SD card or UHS 1 or more?
Class 10 SD...
Or UHS ultra high speed 1 or more.
Okay, fantastic. Angus, what's up? Yes, Garmin heart rate sensors, please, Pierre says. Well, I know Garmin uses slightly different Bluetooth protocol, but we'll see what we can do. Absolutely. So now, since there are no more questions that I've found here, audio isn't great. Okay, I'll move over to app design. So here you guys can see Kirk. Kirk is the lead of interaction and user experience designer for both the camera UI and also the app. And then he wants to share a few things that he's been developing. So on the last video, you guys saw a working version of our app. We have basic editing functionality. We had some of the artificial intelligence already built in and working, and we demoed it. We showed you the moment detection, where we were able to detect things by motion and emotion. The motion parts were the little 360 selfies we were doing, and the emotion was where it would detect a face and what emotion that face was feeling. So that's the core of our tech, but now we need more advanced editing features, right? So Kirk is going to go over some of the editing stuff that actually go back down. and also the camera control UI. So I'll let Kirk take the lead. You tell me when you want me to point the camera over there. Oh, come from behind? Okay, cool. So guys, just some updates on camera control. I think it's looking really cool right now.
So these pink dots are just kind of showing you like the interactions, so just look past those. So this is the new camera control UI, and from here you can take a photo while you're filming, you can tag moments manually, you can go live onto Facebook and access settings here, turn the camera on or off. When you tilt the phone sideways, it will automatically go full screen, and you have the controls in the right top corner, and if you flip the camera, if you're left-handed, it will go onto the left side. So it's really easy for both left and right-handed users. And so I'll bring you down to the new library design. And so we redesigned this to be really easy. I'll show you a little demo right now. So you can filter between videos and photos by sliding. Show you what it looks like when you tap on a photo. And from here you can delete, download to your phone, or share. And so going back here, this is the design for when you want to watch a video. You can see your live data, like as you're watching the video. So if you're curious how fast you were going at that point, you can just see right here. And so the new editing interface is really nice, very simple. If you can use Instagram, you can edit a video. We have features such as add music, and the music will snap to beat automatically, whichever song you use. You will be able to add overlays, text, speed, crop, alternate media if you want to add some videos from your phone, and you can set the duration of the video.
Cool. That's very cool. So we're working also, it's important to mention, we're working on music, right? We think every good video has great music, and it's a problem that nobody's solved before. So we're talking to a few music labels to figure out, is this something we can tackle as a small startup? Can we figure out how to finally license music for your videos? And so far there's some interesting talks. So just know that we're working on it, and we want you guys to have the best music. So far though, you're able to use anything in your iTunes library, but we want to go further than that. So stay tuned for that. We're pretty excited. So now we'll move on. We want to thank Kirk. Oh, thank Kirk for the update. Appreciate it. Okay, we have a question. Let's read it here. Will the Revel behave like a USB disk when connected to a computer? Will it require extra software or removing card?
No, it's a USB mass storage device.
It'll be a USB mass storage device. Just hook up a USB cable and plug it into your computer, and you can use you can see the files. So again, you can use our awesome video editing app and compress your hours and hours of footage into a few seconds of gold, or you can just pull the SD card out. And then
connect it to USB and download.
Or connect the USB. So you have all the options with us. So now we're going to jump over to Corey. Corey's going to show us the packaging design, and it's always changing, always in evolution. We've gone through the dark ones, the light ones, but we're going to walk you through a couple things we've done. We're focusing on being eco-friendly, so we're using less plastic, less materials, while still accomplishing the same task. So I'll pass it on to Corey. He's the lead product designer for the packaging, and let him take it from here.
Yeah, so Eric pretty much nailed it. We're action sport guys. We love nature, so we wanted to be eco-conscious, eco-friendly. And one way to do that is to have a small waste footprint. So we went with an extra small package, as you can see, compared to the GoPro packaging. We also use a little less paper and all recyclable materials. So if you want to come over here, I can show you through the unboxing experience.
Yeah, so maybe you can walk people through the evolution, and something we're still working on is what graphics are going to go on this thing. Should we do a white based or dark based one?
Artwork is still TBD. The
Artwork-
structure of the packaging is pretty much settled.
Artwork will probably be worked on for many months still, but this is what the unboxing experience. So I'll go in here and I'll show you guys what you should expect.
Alright, so it's going to open up from the bottom here. And then when you open the box, you see a nice little pull tab right here.
Okay.
As you pull out the package, everything comes with it. You can open up the box right here, like a book. And right underneath, bam, you have your quick start guide and all the certifications. Underneath, you can see you have the line work drawings of the 2 mounts and the USB cable. So you lift that open. Beneath it, bam, that's where you got your 2 mounts and your USB cable. You can lift this package right here just to receive the battery. And then under here, you've got the 2 stickies and your 4 colored bumpers.
Cool. And
that's the unboxing experience.
that's the unboxing experience. Fantastic. Super efficient. We focused on using recyclable materials, and where we can, we'll try to use recycled materials. We'll see where that's possible. But just the fact that we're creating a lot less waste is our focus here, guys. And we want to hear some feedback. Nelson, is there any feedback? Cool. All right. Looks amazing. Love the white base. Thanks, Tim. Revel has no control over that. Julian. Even if videos are published to YouTube. Well, that's the thing, Daniel and Julian, that we are talking about, right? Like, if we are able to legally license music, then you would be able to post videos to those places with a proper license. It's just a big thing, right? Nobody's done it. It's like when Steve Jobs finally was able to convince the labels to license the music for iTunes, that kind of thing. I think that's the next leap. So what are you guys calculating for the life cycle on Revel?
A lot of that's going to come in, I think, this next stage of testing.
Life cycle, like how long a camera will last?
Mm-hmm. Once we start putting them
Well, I mean, our baseline is to hit what every electronic lasts, which is to the 2 years, under extreme conditions. So, but it's TBD, right? We're going to make this thing as durable as possible. We've been changing the design to make sure that everything's durable, drop test, everything like that. And, you know, there's going to be maybe, if you scratch the lens, we'll make sure that you can cheaply get a new, sorry, not a lens, the lens protector, cheaply get a replacement. If you really, like, drop it really hard or, you know, damage the motor, we're going to make sure you can get an extra motor inexpensively and just keep your camera going. The camera should last a really long time. Okay, I mean, until version 2 comes out. Winky face. We've actually already started working on version 2 on a high level. We know what the specs will be. Very excited about it. But we've decided not to pull the trigger on any prototyping until we get this first camera out to you. Will there be a warranty? Yeah, depending on what country you're in, there will be a 1 or 2 year warranty. Technically, they still have no control. Yeah, it's a minefield, Daniel, on the music. Yeah, any other questions for myself or for the team?
There was one about like free music.
Free music.
Like for the,
Oh, I didn't see that. Let's see here.
even if videos are published on YouTube.
Motorcycle magnet mount. Oh, yeah.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. Yeah, we tested one the other day when we had the racetrack rented out, and yeah, looks promising. Though, if it were me, I would not want a magnet. I would prefer something mounted to the handlebar or bar. This is me. Doesn't exist. Quick release one. Yeah, everything's using our quick release system, which I'll show you guys here real quick because it's quick. Right. So the whole family of mounts is going to have this quick release system. So you'll be able to put on your helmet and then just hopefully while stopping your motorcycle real quick, move it to your chest mount or move it to your handlebars. But everything is with our quick release. So we're very happy, very proud with this thing. No more GoPro screw, right? As long as you preset up all your mounts, you can just swap it pretty quickly. You want more hype videos? We have some cool footage that we shot with our car partner, but they're asking for us to hold on to it for a second, so we can't share a lot of that stuff. But I will say that in May, hopefully towards the end of May, we will have a lot more test footage because we're giving it out to a few athletes. All right, let me see what else. Can it be charged while it's recording? That's a great question. Well, if you think about it, this thing is a cylinder and it's sealed. So where, right? How do you charge this thing? But despite the challenge, our team has already come up with a solution. And we will share the solution soon. It'll be a separate part that you can buy and add on, but it will allow you to continuously charge it indefinitely. So we're very excited about this thing. This is something that we know you need, especially car people or motorcycle people. They want to keep their camera fully charged. So yes, there will be a way to charge while it's recording. Along the lines of the magnet, is there a good place to attach a tether?
No.
Yeah, is there a good way to attach the tether on here? Okay, I know you guys have mentioned it before. We still need to work on that. It's not too late though, so we will find a place to add a leash, a tether, because we don't want you losing these things. Although it would be better for us if you buy another one, but we want you to buy another one so you have two, not so you replace the one you lost. So definitely we'll work on the tether location.
But we haven't.
We're still on time. We can make sure you guys have one. Let's see what else. What's the process look like? I don't know what the process looked like. Oscar says polylactate for the plastic maybe. Don't remember the cost, but it's biodegradable. Okay, Oscar, we will look into polylactate for this thing if it's optically clear, and if the cost is the same or close, then we're interested in checking it out. By the way, that was the 3D print, which is interesting looking. Looked great on the video though. So let's see what else. Any other questions? We want to make sure we give you guys a couple chances to ask questions. Maybe integrate charging ports in accessory mounts for version 2. Have power routed through mount. Oh man, that is something we were trying to do for this one. So it's definitely something we're interested in, and definitely a version 2 feature, because if we keep adding features to this thing, then it's not going to come out in August. And we know you guys want it soon. So stay tuned, buy version 2, and we'll have that feature. A couple more. Do you guys have any questions for our lovely team here? Okay. Will GPS track recording work with third party like Strava? There's no reason why it can't, but we haven't partnered with Strava. What we can do is provide an open API. So if Strava wants to integrate it, then they can. I mean, we're a small team. You just saw pretty much most of our team in this room. But I will tell you this, we're working on our own thing that maybe you will want to use ours instead of Strava. Will GPS track work with third? Okay, what else? What do your freaking flyer accounts look like? They're shit because I always buy the cheapest flight, so I never fly the same airline, so I'm never reaching any significant status on any airline. But hey, it saves the company money. Fly suit, wingsuit, GS swoop, GPS formatting. Daniel, I don't know what any of that is. What do you think that stuff is?
Just as flight suit, wingsuit, GPS, and
Oh, it's skydive related? Well, I mean, I'm going to need a little more info than skydive related, but
We can look that up.
always things that are software based, you know, if there's enough interest. Oh, okay. Fly site, huh? I'll check it out. Let's see what this thing is. And meanwhile, we'll give you guys a little more time to ask questions. So, I mean, no, we don't want to be responsible for real-time audible indication of your glide ratio, horizontal or vertical speed, but we will track it. You're going to still need your fly site. Unless you guys want to use your flight site data in the video, then we can talk about some kind of integration. So we're going to give it maybe 2-3 more minutes, see if we get any questions, and then we'll call it. And you know, again, we want to apologize. This update was supposed to be on Friday, 3 days ago, or 1 business day ago. But you know, a lot of the team has been traveling a lot, and I think there were only like 2 people in our office on Friday. Everybody was working from home trying to get better, so it was not the day. But the good news is you'll get your next update quicker because now there's less time to the next update. And if we can, we'll go live sooner if there are more questions. Maybe we can have like a halfway through the month question answering session with just no update. Okay. Do you have any prototypes of the kite mount to show? Not seen much of them since the initial launch. No, Mark. We have our initial ones that we used for initial testing, but we had to put that on pause while we make sure this camera gets built. That being said, we have some new design advancements which we're ready to prototype, and as soon as we get through May, which is the next manufacturing run at the factory, we will start working on the kite mount. It's going to be my favorite one, the one I use the most. So, and I know some of the guys here as well.
It'll be done.
So we'll get it done. It says our lead mount designer, Corey, over here. So it'll get done. All right, we have a few more questions. Any Apple Watch integration? You know, we actually we have right now an Apple Watch app. It's in beta because of the limitations of the I guess bandwidth. We're not able to do full video, but we can give you like 2 frames per second so you can at least see where your camera's pointed at. I don't know if we're going to launch with this feature, but you can expect it to come out eventually. It's something very interesting and nobody has it yet to be able to, well, yeah, on the iWatch, I think, to be able to get a live video feed on your iWatch. On top of that, I think it'd be cool to just have start and stop recording from the iWatch, and maybe even change to video features or turn on and off the camera or stuff like that. Okay, Julian, evaluating 3D perspective using camera pairing simple setup and app for merging. I mean, we can get 2 cameras, put them side by side, and we can check. I think our camera will be better than the GoPro for 3D due to the fact that we don't have that fisheye warp. So we will leave it up to you guys if you want to do some testing. What's the fastest and easiest way to get refunded? Jim, fastest way, send me a direct message. on Facebook, and I'll make sure we get through it by the end of the day. We have a virtual assistant from El Salvador handling these things. I think she's taking a few days off. So send it to me directly on Facebook, and I'll make sure you get it. So far, everybody who's asked has gotten it. I mean, we have no problem doing the refund. It's literally a bandwidth problem, like time. And also, some people have been complaining that they couldn't get the refund onto their credit card. There's not even a mechanism, a way that I could possibly put money on your credit card, because Indiegogo could be the one doing that, but they don't. And they don't offer us a way to give refunds easily. I think if you feel very strongly about it, take the time to write Indiegogo a letter and ask them to improve the process. But happy to do it via PayPal. And let's see, a few other questions came in here. Do you have mounts for? Not yet, but that's very easy to fix. Do you have any prototypes of the kite mount to show? No. What else? Thanks for the update. Okay, we got to wrap up, guys. We got to get to the next thing, but really appreciate your support. If you feel like you want a refund, I'm more than happy to do it. Just send me a direct message. I'll get through them one by one and make sure you guys get happy. And if you want to come back and buy one another day, well, maybe you can get one at Best Buy for an extra $100. All right, well, we want to thank you on behalf of the whole Revel team over here, except for George. George should be sitting here. But we're always happy to get feedback, and we love answering questions. And we'll see you at the next one. Thanks. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.